Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Nanodon. Hello, 99 Prisma Balloons. And that guy from somewhere. I see you're familiar with this game, Prisma. The story behind today's game, which is Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, was, me and my brother, we shared the Super Nintendo and everything. And so, like, sometimes there would be, I would have played a video game. No, I would have played a video game. And, my brother would always choose a lot of what I considered bad games. So, I guess, like, we were at a store, and we were both choosing out a game that we wanted. And this is my brother's game that he chose. I play my game. I'm done with the Super Nintendo. My brother, plays his game. And then it turns out he doesn't really like it that much, from what I remember. He, thought it was creepy, and he kind of complained to me and my mom about it. And I'm like, what? What do you mean this, license? Because I didn't really trust licensed games too much, ever. Because, you get burned by so many licensed games. When you're as old as dirt like me, and you remember going to the rental stores and trying out tons of video games and all that. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday ended up kind of being a little bit of an eerie, creepy game. It's really hard to it's not gonna make you shit your pants in fear. It's not gonna make you vomit with pleasure, stuff like that. The ill bleed thing. What is it? You'll puke with pleasure. You'll shit yourself with fear. I'm actually forgetting. It's just, yeah, anyways, it kind of scared my brother. And I'm like, all right, what about this game is creepy? Let me try it out. And then I played it, and I was just kind of, mesmerized the entire time. So this was, a game that, I didn't discover it later on. I kind of discovered it when it was mostly relevant. And from what I know, it kind of has a little bit of a spotty past when it comes to its development. There's basically an entire beta soundtrack in the game ripped files. And I think there's another version of it that feels like it's actually more completed. But the version that officially got released feels very incompleted. And if memory serves right, there's a throw button that you never actually use in normal gameplay. But when you're playing this beta version, I won't be playing a beta version for the full playthrough, but maybe I'll check it out after I'm finished with the playthrough. Everything's completely different. Porky Pig has sound effects for everything he does. Music for the stages is a lot more varied. There's a lot less harsh 3-second loops. Sometimes a background song for a stage, there's barely anything. Or there's just a mini loop that's happening. It's a game just full of really strange choices. And that's what makes it so kind of creepy and eerie in a way. But that being said, there's a lot of people that say this is a bad game. I don't think this is a bad game. It's an easy platformer. It's still it's very much beatable. It's enjoyable for the oddity that it is. I usually don't play SNES games on stream, even though I should play more SNES games on stream. It was the generation of consoles that I grew up with. It was the very first console I got as a kid, and I always tell the story, but my first 2 video games ever were, in order, Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Mario World. I was what, 4, 5 years older? No, I was definitely under 5. I wasn't even in kindergarten yet, and I picked up a Super Nintendo controller and fucking played Super Ghouls and Ghosts as the first game I've ever played in my entire lifetime, which is welcome to the real world, kid. Get fucked. Hello, Scarf the Smith. Starting out video gaming with one of the most notoriously hard games ever, but it kind of it says a lot. It says a lot about my personal taste growing up. And I was a kid that was obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. I liked monsters. Looks at myself. Oh wait, I am a monster. No wonder why I like monsters. Let's head on inside. Get out of the rain. Hardcore. I want to say like maybe I'm hardcore, but I sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm that hardcore, you know? I've never properly beaten Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but I could get up to the fire stage and then I get filtered. You know, I have to use save states if I want to beat that game. I just suck ass at it. I cannot for the life of me beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts legitimately. People want to talk about Dark Souls being hard. Brother, fucking play Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Play any of the like Ghost and Goblins games, honestly. That's a hard time, and you have limited continues in those games. You can't just like mash your head against a rock until you eventually win. You will game over. You will have to get good. You will have to memorize everything, and then you'll have to play the game a second time to get the real ending. Because you beat the game, and then it turns out it's a fake out, and then you get like a special weapon, and then you gotta run through the entire game again with that special weapon. And then you fight the real final boss. It's from a very different era of gaming. And yeah, I'm not strong enough. If I ever play it on stream, I'm definitely gonna be save scumming and like setting some rules for myself and being like, hey guys, I suck too much to be able to do this legitimately, so I have to create artificial checkpoints, and because I don't want to game over, whenever I die, I'll just load the save state or something stupid like that. Sorry for being so lame. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday is more of my difficulty level, which is to say this game is very easy. If you get a game over, it's good. It's not even gonna start you all the way at the very beginning of a stage. It's gonna start you right at the last checkpoint that you reach, so it's a very forgiving game. It has just a really weird soundtrack as well. I want to say it's cacophonic, I guess would be the proper term to explain it as. It's either very quiet or super loud and unpleasant on the ears, but it's like kind of hauntingly good sometimes. It's a real oddity. It's a real oddity. Was there anything else I could talk about that's been happening in life? The countdown to Halloween is like still there, I guess. I haven't like been really doing much. The rainy weather has been really nice. So that's like, if I have a nice stormy day, I just want to lay down and close my eyes and relax. And I know that's dangerous because I have so many games I want to play during like every month of October ever. So that's just less time streaming. And I have too many games that I always save for this month. And then they have to roll over into the next month. And yeah, trying to like think. It doesn't really feel like Halloween, but I haven't been to any major stores or anything. But I've been noticing this trend on YouTube of a lot of Zoomers, to put it rudely, to put it bluntly, they're obsessed with retro Halloween stuff. They're obsessed with an era that they weren't even alive for and never got to experience. Just kids growing up like trunk or treating, which, you know, people just park in a parking lot and you walk up to their car trunk and they give you candy or whatever. The most awful, lamest form of trick-or-treating. Hello, Dubious. I don't know, it's like, I'm seeing that a lot lately too, where it's like, these kids are just using like AI to make videos and romanticize an era they weren't even alive for. It's so strange. I've like seen so many YouTube videos that share the same exact sentiment and same exact opinion, and it's like, holy shit. I think something's going on here. Either people are waking up to the fact that Halloween just isn't what it used to be, or I don't know, maybe it's just the algorithm bait, and that's like what people are currently doing since it's topical and it'll make them a lot of money. I like consuming Halloween specials. I like consuming retro Halloween commercials. My parents had tons of Halloween decorations from like the 70s and 80s, and that's kind of also a part of Halloween that you can't really replicate now, is you have to have really old decorations, really like scuffed and weird like animatronic dolls that play the and they all have the same witch laugh. Dot like wave or whatever that plays when you activate them, or you get those stupid pads that you put underneath of your actual doormat, and when people step on it, it plays a screaming noise. That way you know there's someone outside your door before they even ring the doorbell. Then you can open the door and spook them. I love Halloween a lot growing up, and it's just nothing like it used to be anymore. We don't really do much decorating at all. Like, the past few years, there's barely been any trick-or-treaters on my street. No one trusts anyone anymore. There's no sense of community. I've been saying that for a long time, and it seems like people have finally fucking caught on that, oh, people don't really trust each other anymore. They don't know their neighbors, they don't know their community. Halloween pretty much, like, barely exists. And it's like, it's getting to that point where if you want trick-or-treaters, you're gonna have to advertise that, yeah, this one house on this street that turns off all their porch lights is celebrating Halloween, you know? That's you at the 80s and 90s game. I mean, at least you're going back and playing them, dubious. There's a lot of people that are like, these old games are too janky, I can't play them. They're so scuffed, they're so janky. It's like, I hate people like that. Play the old game and enjoy it. A good game is timeless. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Good art direction is timeless. Good gameplay is timeless. Anyways, I've talked your ears off long enough. Let's hop into Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. Ooh. I made like I didn't know what to do for a thumbnail for this game because the box art for it is just so good. It's kind of hard to replicate that without like ruining the vibe, I want to say. If the game is too loud, let me know, but like this game is either really too loud or too quiet at times. There we go. Aerial Acrobat makes a little cameo in this since it was Sunsoft created. He was another rental mascot platformer that I played the games of. Hello, Orbit. This fucking assault on my eyes that is like all the copyright and development studios involved. Here we go. As Porky Pig is looking through holiday brochures to plan his upcoming vacation, he drifts off to sleep and finds himself in a haunted holiday nightmare. Whoa. Now, what? Oh, no, this isn't Halloween. This isn't Halloween, but here, this is a gimmick. This is a strange gimmick of this game. The weather can be different for some stages. Sometimes the first area is like winter, sometimes it's Christmas, sometimes it's spring. You could have like a foggy weather, you could have rainy weather. It's insane, like how much effort was put into this for it being a Porky Pig game. But no, we're gonna roll the dice again. We're not doing. It's Halloween. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Skip. What weather did we get? What weather did we get? Okay, yeah. This is perfect. This is more ideal. This is like autumn, I believe. Which the grass is dying. Okay. Now look at the background of this. How cool this is. We got a little pumpkin scarecrow. Some of the little objects in the game also changed based on weather, at least in this first stage that I remember. But he makes like this little weird noise. And the game just feels like very eerily silent. It also references a lot of the old Looney Tunes cartoons. I believe this is like was that their one episode with Porky Pig and the leprechauns and the shoes that this is hearkening back to? Get that nice bassy like boom boom. Also, like, just it is like unsettling music for this stage. Oh shit! I forget. Like, if you shit. Okay, there we go. It's kind of weird if you get caught on a trap because you can only like jump once. There's a checkpoint. What was I saying? You see a Porky Pig game and you go, oh, well, this isn't gonna be like, this isn't gonna have scary music. It's not gonna be haunted. It's not gonna be, and then like, that shit happens. You get this music. You get this background. Look at that fucking Onahole tree in the background. Like, oh, I'm trying. My model can't really like make an O face. Oh wait, no, the throwing is in this version. This is our weapon. Wait. Get some life back. They put this enemy down here that you can't even get to. You fucked up Daffy Duck again. He really favors that right ear. I don't remember how often you even find the weapon that you throw. But if memory serves right, like I play most of the game just like bouncing on things. I don't know if this is like a valid way to like farm lives or anything. It'd be funny if it was, just like endless spawning enemies. You know, like, what one thing I regret not doing is like, whenever I play a game, I don't, like, share the manual of it. There's, like, a secret down there, and I don't know where. Whatever, it's not worth it. It's not worth it in this game. Now, here we go. Would this be classified as Mode 7? Or is it just like a clever trick with sprite work? I'm not quite sure. Oh. Yeah, when you die, like, you also just, like, turn into a puff of white smoke. Like, you know, dream dust. Imagine you're a little kid and you really like Porky Pig. And then he just evaporates into nothing in front of you. How terrifying. It's gonna make you shit your pants and cry. Ooh. No. Oh! These function a little bit weird in here because you'll slide, but you just like gotta keep hammering the jump button as you go up them. That's why I think like in terms of favorite Looney Tunes characters. I like Daffy because he's just a shithead. My favorites are probably Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. But have you like ever seen those old cartoons where it's like, it looks like Wile E. Coyote and he's hunting sheep, but his nose is red? You as a kid, you think like, oh, that's Wile E. Coyote. Like, no, that's like Ralph Wolf. They're completely different characters, yet they look exactly the same. The only difference is Ralph Wolf has, I think that's his name. He just has the red nose. He's got like a really good PS1 game too that has like an insanely good soundtrack. I want to check that one out one day. These things are like really mean and annoying because it's like a cool 3D effect for the time, but they put them in places where it's like really hard to dodge. Luckily, it's not instant death if you fall all the way down here. I wish I could, like, remember the episode names that some of these enemies are a reference to. But there's also just enemies that don't belong to any game. Wait. I don't think I could have, like, progressed having fallen down. Let's try and do it the right way. Yeah, we're supposed to come down these spider webs. You have to like immediately jump when you touch these damn things. They just fall the instant you touch them. There's a... I'm trying to like remember how many beta builds of this game that there are. Or prototypes. I know there's like, there was some that were released. And I think like very recently, there was another, kind of like a found alpha version that had a bunch of cutscenes that got removed from the final game. Right, this stage is like hard. You go way too fucking hard to react. Okay, there we go. Hi, Colchis. Found a gem, huh? You found Porky Pig's haunted hall. Oh, here's the spookster. He doesn't like actually hurt you when he touches you. He's gotta wait for him to take his hat off, time your jump. He throws out his little ghost frogs, and the aspect ratio is just absolutely fucked up here. Like, look at... I don't know if that's like an emulator thing, or if that's like how the game actually looked on the TV. I don't remember. I did play this on TVs, I own this. Jumps on his soft spot? Yeah. I mean, the entirety of a ghost would be a soft spot. Especially the head, though. Look at that, like, smooth little animation. His weird little idle sounds that he makes. Welcome to Dry Gulch. It suddenly stops being so spooky. Though I think there is a variant of this stage where it could be nighttime. It is kind of like still spooky though, I want to say, because the town just all run the fuck down. You got tumbleweeds, weird enemies, you got the jail man. Two-headed buzzards. Oh! The tumbleweeds are so fucking annoying. And those are like broken shards of glass, I guess, because they do hurt you. Sometimes it's that old Nintendo problem of like, what the hell is gonna hurt me and what's actually safe to touch. Let's see. Can't remember any of the secrets in this game, even if there are like secrets of like places maybe you can enter if you press up. I never really explored this game too much. It would just like randomly be something I would boot up on the old SNES when I was just bored and just play through this game and just like be bewildered at how weird it was. Like, what the fuck is up with the soundtrack? Of all the things that go with, this is what they went with. If music could be liminal, this game is like essentially like what a very liminal soundtrack. The OST just sounds very empty. The levels are like pretty densely packed with enemies though, so that aspect of it isn't liminal. Hello, Ematron. These weird little fucked up guys. Let's actually go up and see what's up there. Like, just a completely optional level. For a 1-up. That I'm probably gonna waste. Like, in order to get that 1-up, they place the enemies in such an annoying way that you're gonna get hit anyways. Yeah, so far, no throwing weapons have been found. That's stuff that hurts you. Here we got the leprechauns again. Ooh. Like, there's like a little frame, like these little fucking... They're kind of like, I don't know. There's something a little creepy about these little guys. They just bare their fangs at... Ah, shit. It's like, this game also has a lot of enemy placement where you have to jump on them in order to go any higher. Otherwise, you're gonna be punished. Some trains down there that I easily avoided. Ah, fuck. Isn't the music for this stage very quiet? Could go down into the well here. Ooh. Oh, and then you touch the bottom and you die instantly. Because I could do that again. Whoa. And I think... No, it spawns me right back outside of the well. I know, it's just like aspect ratios are just always changing in a weird way. I don't know if that's like wholly intentional. And then you enter into this room and you're like, wait, I can't go anywhere, what the hell? You have to go up, and then you're like, oh, it looks like the door that I just came out of is, out of exit, but then, no. It's just how the game is, like, weirdly built. The mooses are fucking creepy, too. I think that's a visual gag from the actual episode. What was the fucking name of this episode that it's referencing? I'm someone that's like consumed a lot of fucking Looney Tunes. As like a kid with access to Cartoon Network. Like, just late at night. What was it called? There's like a program Cartoon Network used to have where it was about the history of cartoons, and they would show all the old classic stuff. And I liked watching it because it's like educational, and it kind of like taught you like, oh, yeah, this is like cartoon propaganda in the wartime of this era, where it had like offensive caricatures in it, and basically it wasn't gonna be shy about it. It was just outright gonna say like, yeah, this stuff like depicts stuff that at the time that was just what it was like, but rather than censoring it, we want to preserve it in a way that in cases like this is the art in its purest form, and this was the mentality at the time. It's like, yeah, we're not promoting this sort of behavior, but you know, it's like a disclaimer. Clause for alarm? Maybe that's it. That sounds familiar. Oh, we found the exit. And here's the second boss, which is a very weird boss. All you have to do is just like deflect his bullets. Just dodge the bullet. Jump. Oh. Talk about bullet hell. Yeah, Toho fans. Move the fuck over. It's Yosemite Sam. This is the real tough shit. I was doing so good at first, and then... Okay, it's like... too delayed on that. Okay, I think I could just, like, stand here and then... Yeah. Oh! Okay, I got it. Did you know Yosemite Sam was gonna be featured in Learning with Pibby? What was Pibby again? Was that like fucking grimdark Cartoon Network show that like got pitched to Adult Swim but they turned it down? Oh yeah. The corruption cartoon everyone wanted. I don't know how I feel too much about like, oh, thing that you used to like, but now it's corrupted. It used to be such a cool idea. Ah, fuck! But, I don't know, I feel like it's too overdone now. I was kind of like thinking about this earlier today, where There used to be a lot of like counterculture stuff that was like very shocking for its time. Like take Carnival for example, like actually turning circuses creepy and like using circus imagery in a nightmarish way. And then there is American McGee's Alice, which kind of did the same with Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, you know, most kids like knew Alice in Wonderland from the Disney movie at least, the Disney adaptation. I'm sure there's like actual creepy elements of the original source material, but he drank the Acme enlarging juice. Yeah, that's actually a funny detail. I never actually realized that. That's why he's so big. People like usually reach this part and they go like, why the fuck is Yosemite Sam big? And I just assume like, oh, it's because I assume it's because it's just a nightmare. He doesn't have to be his actual size, but no. Enlarging juice in the background. That's funny. But yeah, it's like, there's not really much media left out there to turn into horror, if that makes any sense. It's just like not as shocking as it used to be. Oh, okay, we got the nighttime variant of this stage. Welcome to Atlantis. Welcome's careful divers. Like I said, the entire OST of this game is in a beta form. It sounds a lot more rougher, but they were definitely trying to like go for something a little more different and lighthearted. A lot of songs are definitely like the same, but I fucking hated these fish as a kid. Fucking creepy. I mean, I probably wasn't like that much of a kid. The age gap between me and my brother is like 6 years. But even then, back then, that like felt like it was a little too much of an age gap to be able to relate to liking the same things. Yeah, what was I saying? Things getting corrupted, childhood things turning into horror things. I don't know, I think it's kind of like a little too overdone now. It needs to like go away for a while so that we have a chance to make shocking media again when things are a little bit too like mass censored. And I think we're kind of getting there though. There's kind of like this Puritan problem that we're going through right now, where people are like kind of cycling back towards that whole soccer mom mentality of like, think of the children. Satanic panic, but now in a stronger form of censorship. And censorship is always lame as shit. I hate censorship. You have a lot of hobbies like anime, video games that are just being invaded by normal people now. And so censors are all over media. And it's just like making things actively worse. Now this part of the game has such a, oh shit. It's like a very serene song. Ah, fuck. And how's it censoring a nun Digimon with guns when you just make her blue? I don't know, like, sometimes, like, fucking... censorship makes absolutely no sense, but I'd rather have funny censorship than, like, actual censorship. Because that way, like, most people will know, something's definitely wrong here. I don't think that character is supposed to be sucking on a lollipop when he obviously is smoking a cigarette. We all know the infamous 4Kids dubs of One Piece and Pokemon. I was also watching a video that kind of like had my sentiments about Pokemon for the longest time, of like why it feels so different now compared to how it used to be. Like when you watch the very first few seasons of the Pokemon anime, it's very surprising. It's very Japanese. Surprisingly so, that like as a kid, you're essentially learning a lot about Japanese culture, and you don't even realize it at the time. You just like think characters are being weird, or like, oh, what's that? And now modern Pokemon has pretty much scrubbed all of the Japanese like identifiers out of it completely. You wouldn't even be able to tell it was a Japanese cartoon based on a Japanese game. The global global homogenization of Pokemon. Listen to this fucking music. The global homogenization. Global homoniz. Oh my god. It's just like for a global audience is what Pokemon is now, and you can like definitely tell in the games. Now see what I'm like, when I say this game has a weird soundtrack, you just don't expect this track at all in the game. It's like somber, it's sad, it's a little unsettling. You're going through the ruins of the ruins of Atlantis. It was the original the first and second season, I think, of the Pokemon anime was done by the same studio that did the original Berserk anime. It's a very like labyrinth approach to level design here. I remember like seeing those down there, and I kind of want those. The animation in the original Pokemon episodes are just really fucking good. By the point, what was it? Was it the Orange Islands where I kind of like sensed something was off, where I'm like, this feels a little bit more cheaper. Pokemon like anime episodes just started feeling like, oh, they're just walking in another green forest, and then they meet a weirdo in the Pokemon of the episode. First season had a lot more like plot lines kind of going on, and more like interesting stuff happening. Pokemon just kind of like became very... What would the proper term for it be? Flanderized? Formulaic? You got a little Porky Pig statue in the back. They used to worship this guy in Atlantis. Where is it? Ah well, failed it. Failed the challenge. Hopefully I could get to a checkpoint before I touch something and die. Well, at least I have a chance to not die now. We got Tweety Bird in the background. You know what this stage is actually... This stage is actually representative of what the aliens are gonna find when the Earth comes to its untimely demise. And then, or its timely demise. It'll just be ruins, and then the aliens are gonna land in a fucking Six Flags theme park, and they're just gonna see statues of Looney Tunes characters amongst the rubble and the flooded ruins. I used to really like Six Flags, but then I went to Disney World, and then it kind of actually, Disneyland and Disney World, and it just, once you go to a Disney park, it really just ruins theme parks for you. You can't just appreciate your dingy, dirty little theme parks anymore once you experience something nice for once. Oh, this part, I fucking remember this awful part. There's like a rhythm to doing this. It's an interesting way of like creating your platforms and then jumping, and then this happens and you're like, shit, you gotta go back down and do it again. That should be better spacing of the bubbles. But it is like legitimately funny that it, damn it. In the old Pokemon episodes, you know, they just call onigiri donuts, and that's just a constant, like, I think it's like admitted by the guy, oh shit, that actually hurts you too. It's actually admitted by the guy, who, directed the dub, essentially, that they remove all traces of Japanese culture, that they could. And even Nintendo was like, yeah, no, sure, go ahead and do it. Like, Nintendo had no confidence Pokemon was gonna sell in the US for some reason, and then Pokemania happened and proved everyone wrong. It's got that weird collision where if you like, fuck. That plant is gonna kill me. This is the part I was worried about, because I remembered, like, this stage being particularly fucking annoying to get through. Welcome to the filter of Porky Pig's haunted holiday. Get good. The spacing of these bubbles isn't ideal. And then if I fall, I die. Oh! Fuck this level! Fuck this level! It's so mean! See, it's like, it's an interesting level. It's a cool challenge. It's just... Okay, no. I should be talking about like Looney Tunes and like relevant cartoons. Here we are talking about Pokemon and how its Japanese identity has been stripped from its corpse. I mean, I still like Pokemon. I couldn't for the life of me tell you what the fuck was going on in the modern anime though. It is true that like, I don't know. The anime stopped being good for a long time. I think like around the 3rd generation of Pokemon, I realized how fucking lame the anime had kind of gotten, and I just really fondly remember the original Generation 1 of the Pokemon anime being like, it felt tonally different from everything else. That it's just, it was hard to keep watching Pokemon. Like, you get the Johto too, and it just, I don't know, it lost its magic. No, I fucked that up. Oh yeah, the OSTs are like very different too between the versions. Oh, sorry, Nano. I saw you just like got your balls exploded by the bot. I was hoping that auto timeout, because I just didn't want like spammers and people just coming in and like buy the best viewers, so I just like put it so that it is worth the it's not like a it's just like a 1 second timeout. Nothing painful. Blech. This stupid fucking face. Oh, hello, Safi. Or Safi? Is that how you pronounce it? A fan of Illbleed? Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you enjoyed the VODs of those. I play it every year. It's my favorite game. I love the Halloween season. I love the campy horror of Illbleed. I love the visuals. I love the colors. It's just the perfect Halloween game ever. I have yet to play it this year, but when I do, I'll play it. And I'm thinking this year, it's just gonna be a full Kevin run. I'm running out of gimmicks. I guess just DM me what you were going to link, Nano, and I will check it out. Watching other streamers fail at Illbleed after watching Rickubus do a playthrough should be a national pastime. I mean, Illbleed is a very easy game, like, when you've played it a lot and you know everything about it. Alright, what did Nano send me? Sorry, I'm looking at... Oh, I sound like a nerd. What the? It's an interesting way of like creating your platform. What the fuck? And, Nano. Okay, no. Hold on. This is a very cursed good video. Just the way that you do things, Nano, is so... You're a fucking creature. You're a weird creature. There's like a rhythm to doing this. I'm like, no way, that's not Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, and yeah, it's fucking Porky Pig's Haunted. I like how you're using a hair clip because you're like, I don't want to touch that filthy fucking thing. And you just slam down the fucking Chikawa plush. Oh god. It's so funny that you would just randomly have this game. You bought an SNES setup from a lady, and this was one of the games she had. I wonder how common this game actually was. Okay. Ooh! I love this. This is like my favorite song of the soundtrack. Besides the strange place. Oh shit. I love this goofy ass rat sprite. Bum 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 bum. Oh my god, is that the Sonic song? It says every kid that saw the fucking Deke Sonic cartoon. Whoa. Was this an optional room? I think this is an optional room. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, there's gonna be a rock. Ugh. Just can't avoid that. There is a, like, camera that you can use to look around. At that point, you just, like, have to throw yourself into a pit because you're like, what else am I gonna do? God damn it. To continue, press start. Wow. And then watch this. You're like, ah shit, it's gonna start me all the way at the very beginning of the stage. Now it remembers where you were, and it just fucking drops me into the death pit. So like I said, it's a very easy platformer. Yeah, I have a very bad habit of jumping on enemy. Oh god. Jumping on enemies. And then they lead me somewhere that would make my life easier. It's just like Simon's Quest. Is it now? Oh. Have no choice but to take the hit. I like how this, like, bat enemy has a different behavior than the other bat enemies that just, like, fly around. It is set, like, that one, like, just actually rested on the ceiling. There's gonna be another one. Okay, no. All the branching paths in this level are pretty cool. Like, I don't know, if you ever see a YouTuber saying, this game sucks ass, don't trust them. This is a good game. It's just weird. Ooh! It does some cheap shit, but you're never gonna get, like, truly frustrated at this game. It's a platformer. It's not the best platformer, but what it's trying to do, it's serviceable. Its presentation, a little bit rough. It is fun. It's like, it's that perfect blend of, like, I want to say difficulty and easy enough that if you're a kid, like, as someone who used to go to rental stores a lot and rent a lot of bad games and be disappointed by things and get filtered by, I feel like SNES and NES and Sega Genesis games all give this really bad impression to people that they're all super difficult, super hard, and very punishing. Because like, there's like stigmas attached to these games that they're just very unfair to the player. But no, when you look, there are games that like aren't like that. Okay, this is like, I'm gonna die. Okay, no. Come on. Oh, God. Okay. It's not Bubsy levels of jank? Yeah. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Well, we gotta do this all over again. I only know the SNES games that I beat as a kid, which were actually GBA ports. Yeah, I'm not really, like, a fan of the GBA ports of SNES games. They just feel too zoomed in, and Nintendo like had this habit of like, let's add voice clips to things that don't need voice clips. So every sword swing in A Link to the Past is like, yeah. It's like, no. And then you play the fucking Super Mario Bros. 2 Advance, and you got Birdo actually talking to you. Stop right there, Mario. I will defeat you. Stuff like that. And the colors like seem too saturated and bright, and I didn't like that. Because the Game Boy was naturally a very dark screened console. Before it had the backlight, so they had to like make video games very bright in contrast. So that kind of like just artistically hurt these games, is how I feel about the GBA. I knew it! I knew it! I fucking knew it. I knew they were gonna drop a boulder on me and be mean. Okay. They're in no way better, but at least it gave another generation a chance to play them. Well, they should have been like me and played the right version instead. That's a nice, pure way of looking at it. Like, oh, it gives a generation another chance to play a game they may have forgotten. But I mean, fucking stuff like the eShop existed on the Wii, and then also fucking, of course, you have emulators, so it's like the easiest thing anyone could fucking play a SNES game at this point. When you're a kid and you discover emulation for the first time, it's like so mind-blowing. You're like, wait, what? What? And then you don't have a video game controller, so you just play it with your shitty keyboard. I like played the entirety of Mega Man 1. Oh, here's Tweety, and he's gonna turn into the Tweety monster. I played the entire, like, well, I didn't play the entirety of Mega Man 1 on with a keyboard, but I definitely got up to the Mecha Dragon and I just realized, like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. It's a very easy boss fight. Don't rag on the Birdo voice clip. They're funny. It's just weird. It's a weird choice. Level 5, the Alps. This is where shit gets strange. I like how the sign is just the Alps. Oh my god. Porky, don't do that. No. Stop it. Porky, no. Come on. Porky, no. Okay, he's behaving now. Here we got some fog weather in this stage. Look at this fucking creepy ass enemy design right here. I kind of miss when things would be a little bit grotesque like this. Also, it's always a fun, like, design quirk of an evil monster when you just give them yellow sclera. That's how you pronounce it, right? The eyes, sclera, SEERLA. I think I spelled that right. I'm playing a video game at the same time. Please forgive me. I like how they realize that this onslaught of fucking bullshit enemies, they're just like throwing hearts at me like, yeah, sorry, no, this stage is bullshit. It's just a gauntlet of like fuck ass shit. Just run. Here's some one-ups for getting through it, asshole. Here's another auto-scroller. Now, if I were at GDQ... Alright, well, this is an auto-scroll stage, so we can read some donations while we wait, everyone. Hello, everyone. long time donator, first time viewer here. I'm trying to like think of a funny joke to say, but I'm not a funny person. I gotta look at when the next GDQ is. I like having something to tune into that's like a live event for like a full week. It's kind of nice. I didn't really care too much about last GDQ's game selection. There just wasn't like a lot for me. I miss when they used to like play games like this or just weird old retro titles. Here we go. You thought it was gonna be a snow level? Nope. Welcome to Dolly Hell. Nothing's gonna make sense here now. Is it? Look at this, like... That's normally gonna be Daffy Duck. It's a weird fucking horse now. Now, if memory serves right, this stage is like weird in how you progress through it. But by design, like, yeah, this is supposed to be the weird stage. Make sense of this, fucko. Oh yeah, I always say I just love cartoony eyes like that in the background. Bloodshot eyes, like, as a kid. You get those, like, bouncy balls out of machines that look like eyeballs, or you get stickers that look like eyeballs. You go to Taco Bell, they have the silly straws that had the water-filled orbs that contained an eyeball in them. I really just love stuff like that. I don't know. I was like that grotesque kid that liked the monster stuff and weird gross-out things, I guess. There's probably like a lot of people now that don't like that kind of stuff. Yeah, this part right here is like really fucking cool. I like this. Just the eyeballs are really appealing, and it's so... Oh. It's interesting how this functions here. Because it's like fucking around with perspective, and that's cool. Because like this is a platform, you think, oh, wait, they're not lining up, but you're jumping in from the background into the foreground. It's funny, and it's like, well, it's just interesting, given the theme of the stage and like what it's like. Yeah, it's like surrealist. It's Salvador Dali, kind of. Nothing makes sense here. It's wacky, it's zany. What did they call this place in like the cartoon with the dodo bird? I forget. He's a fake Looney Tunes fans. He can't name every merry melody. I wanna go into that door. How do I get into that door? Oh, like that. It's like the down and jump. There's like no reaction time unless you're a speedrunner and memorize that. But this is a very fun part of the stage. Hello, Riley. Yes, this is a game that I played on like I own it, and I played it a long time ago on my Super Nintendo. I think it's a cool one. It's decent at what it does. And anyone that says it's a bad game is stupid. You guys all watch me because I have the right opinion about video games after all. I never actually played the Speedy Gonzales game, so I don't know how good it is. Ah, shit. You just looked at the... Yeah, welcome to... You know, I keep that tag around. It's not wrong, but it's also... It's just like how most people discover my channel because of that tag more than anything else for some reason. Why there's so many like down bad people just like looking for fetish tags through Twitch, and for some reason they wind up at the stream and then they're like, oh, he plays cool little Scrimblow games. Neat. And then they stay. They definitely don't try to ERP in my chat room and make things a little bit awkward. It's like, are you a pred or a prey? And I'm just like, sir, I'm just trying to play Guitaru Man for the PS2. I'm just trying to play Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. No need to, you know. Go watch the Sayaka Giantess dating sim streams. Get your fill. Oh yeah, it's definitely happened before. It's funny when it happens. It's a little bit awkward. I would prefer it doesn't happen, but you know, I can't kind of control how people talk and people act. Oob-woo nuzzles your corporeal form. Disgusting. This is the fucking part of the level that's like a labyrinth. Your Psychobot has gotta no views, the demo viewers trick. Oh, I'm sorry, Dubious. I mean, it has been out for like several months now. That's just kind of gonna happen when you play something that the iron was hot and it's not as hot as it once was. But I could guarantee you that, like, tag it appropriately. Maybe timestamp your VOD. There are people that, like, comment on my YouTube channel saying, like, oh, I really like how you, like, broken this all up into timestamps. Thank you very much. This was, like, very useful. I'm like, oh, okay. People do appreciate, like, when you timestamp things. I think this is a trick. I mean, people aren't here for the evil I'm not evil enough. Ah, shit. What was I saying? You're the Diet Coke of evil, just 1 calorie, not evil. No, I'm not the Diet Coke. I'm very picky and choosy about when I want to be evil and how I want to be evil. I don't lean into the creepy aspect of my VTuber enough. Okay. It's hard to, like, know what's gonna take off on YouTube when you're uploading stuff. And, like, right now, we're just kind of going through the death of the internet. It doesn't even, like, matter at this point. I wholly just expect YouTube next year to be like, yeah, we're nuking everyone's VODs. You're no longer gonna... You no longer get a YouTube channel. Get out of here. You have to pay us now, like a monthly fee, in order to upload videos, and we're gonna delete the archives of everything, and there's gonna be tons of lost media. It was too good, and it kept happening, and then they decided to ruin everything. So sad. Many such cases. That's the internet. YouTube is now owned by Comcast. Fuck no, please no. That'd be a nightmare. Comcast sucks ass. But no, Google knows how important owning YouTube is, even if it's not profitable for them. This is probably the wrong door to go into. Once again, YouTube is where the poop is. You needed to stream it now because I finally had a good varied pool of people in my chat to see what people's reactions. Yeah, that's kind of like the fun part of it. I think a lot of people watched me stream it because it was like brand new and I was ahead of the curve with that one. I was like anticipating that game for like an entire year. Oh my god! Welcome to the part that like you just get stuck at, and if you fuck it up, you gotta do it all over again. I don't know who that is playing Illbleed, but I guess more people are getting into Illbleed for the Halloween season. You should have seen me playing Sukebo the other week. How'd you do? How'd you do? Did you go mad trying to get the achievement? I think I got it pretty easy. I hope you like did the smart thing and saved right before playing the game, so you could just like reload to save if needed. I've seen like some people like got they're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to like, I only get 3 chances. No, it's unlimited. It's unlimited. You don't gotta worry. Okay, this has to be the correct one, because it had the bread trail. Yeah, here we go. Don't die and have to do that all over again, Rick. Yeah. It is a lost opportunity for them to not feature the witch. I forget what her name is. Okay, we don't have to do the maze all over again. But here we go, like a auto-scrolling segment. Okay, that was a stupid trap. That's there to fuck you over. You can only get that once, but it's like such a trap, and I still fell for it because I have a fucking monkey brain. Fuck! It's an easy platformer, but it does do things that are a little unfair sometimes. But, you know, just get good, and, you know, it's kind of like the you're punished and it's funny. it's not so malicious that it's gonna send you all the way to the beginning of the Alps. Fuck, I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. The bubble part of Atlantis. This part right here. It's always gonna spawn you back to your last checkpoint, or like the last time you loaded into a part of a stage. It's a very nice, friendly game. It gets the asshole pass. I'm an asshole. I could give it the asshole pass. Just write it out, Porky. Write it out. Oh! Is there gonna... It's the kind of asshole that you just can't help but love. There's a out of context voice clip for you. That one's for you, ass fiends. Yeah, like one chance. There's a lot of games that kind of like had segments like this where you abandon your moving vehicle and you're just kind of screwed. Like, good luck, pal. You're stranded now. Jump into the pit and die. Okay, it's gonna... There we go. Duck. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that one-up. Oh god, here's some normalcy. We're back in the Alps. What's this guy? What's this guy's name? What's the Yeti's name from Looney Tunes? Ooh. I like his like goofy little look that he does. George? Is he named George? He looks like such a dope. I think he just calls you George. Okay, just stay on this side, because if you're hugging the wall, nothing can fall on you, I think. I think that was the trick to this. These boss battles are like, kind of crazy for how easy they are. You just like have a... You just like have a spot you can just stay and never get hit. It's the same with the Yosemite Sam, even though I was like really dog shit at playing that one. It's like the character sprites are huge, but the hitboxes are small. He just names anyone he finds George. It's like the inverse of the bulldog and the little cat or whatever. But like with a Yeti and a normal human-sized person. The castle. There you go. There's a noose in a Porky Pig game. It'd be really like funny if like you just went up to it, jumped into it, and then got an instant game over. There's a new hit creepypasta out there for you you creepypasta starved creators. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday Suicide. That's a cool statue right there. Kind of like looks like a gallows in a way. There's a Sylvester's skewered head in the background. Rated E for everyone. Yeah. You could get away, like, the fucking people rating things used to not even play video games, or video games used to be too hard, that you would find a lot of creepy stuff later on in a video game that snuck past the censors. Or they just took one look at it, oh, it's Porky Pig, it's Looney Tunes. I let my kids watch these cartoons, even though, you know, they used to have guns and violence and, like, smoking and all kinds of, like, stuff that isn't really appropriate for kids. It's insane how much old cartoons got away with because people respected kids to be mature enough to be able to handle things like that. Oh, you're looking at the cutting room floor stuff on this game? Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff on that page about this game. Oh, fuck. The hitbox was very misleading right there, that I accidentally just touched a... Oog. Now I gotta do that all over again. Okay, we're not gonna be as thorough. I'll take some damage if I need. You're looking to see if there's anything from the Marvin missions or Speedy Gonzales. Maybe. I don't know. Those are all games that I've, like, never actually played, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like I said earlier, as a kid, I go to the rental store, I see licensed property games, and I just naturally distrust them. Because if it wasn't Capcom making a Disney game, chances are it wasn't gonna be a good game. It was gonna be a disappointment, and then I would have a video game I hated for the weekend. So I stuck to the things that I actually liked. You get stinkers like Radical Rex and fucking James Pond in the Olympics or Pond Olympics or whatever the fuck it's called. James Pond is like one of those Eurojank franchises on the Super Nintendo. Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt or something. Is that how it goes? I never rented Awesome Possum. But I was one of those, I was an idort growing up. I had a Super Nintendo and I had a Sega Genesis. I had the best of both worlds. I could get any game that was in a rental store, essentially. Except, like, I think there were some rental stores I went to and they still had, like, Atari games. You know, if it came before the NES, chances are I never got to play it. And I was like one of those, like, I'm a very cultured gamer. I want to say I'm proud of myself for being this way, but when I was a kid and I got an NES, I didn't immediately go, ew, these games look like shit. They're old. I don't even want to play Super Nintendo games. That's not how I thought. I thought, cool. I have a video game console and now a whole world of different video games is open to me to enjoy. And so I would go to flea markets and, like, get cheap-ass NES games. That's how I, like, played Totally Rad. That's how I played Monster Party. Went to rental stores, like, liquidating their stock of NES games. Got a bunch of Kusoge. I got that Tom Sawyer game. I got that shitty Muppets Carnival game. I got a Boy and His Blob. Oh, God. No, it's like, I've played a lot of games in my lifetime to be cultured enough about old games and Kusoge. But still, when money's involved, your world is still very limited, so thank fuck for emulation, thank fuck for, like, resources of people being able to share cool games that you never knew would have existed. And that's something I like doing with my streams in my channel, is showcasing, like, stuff from my childhood and stuff that, like, I kind of, like, know that exists that other people maybe didn't know exist, even though now, like, streamers and VTubers are, like, very It's like very overly saturated, unfortunately. Oh, we're getting some major slowdown right here. I don't quite feel as unique or like I'm traversing new grounds anymore. Because there's probably like been a million people on Twitch that have already like played this game in passing. Some who are probably better streamers than I am. More recognized. This is a tough one. No checkpoint during that, so it's just like, don't take damage. Damage boost my way through everything. Hello, diabetic cat. Hello to anyone that I didn't properly create. Hello to anyone lurking as well. Maybe get rid of these enemies because they're probably gonna cause some slowdown. Those things exploded. The hitbox still existed even though it like... Okay. Game sucks. I hate this game. No, I'm not gonna be a normie. Not everything was intended to be perfect. Imperfection is beautiful. Imperfection is what makes you who you are. The rat's a reference to the one cartoon where it's like the kangaroo that gets mistaken for a mouse, right? And he like, it's like what, Sylvester, and he can't tell like if he is seeing things correctly. He's like not trusting his eyes anymore. And like if anyone else is ever around, then he shows like fear, and then like the mouse shows up again, and they're like, Sylvester, it's just a mouse. What are you doing? And then they leave the room. It's like, go get him. And then it switches back to the kangaroo. And then he gets the shit beaten out of him. Looney Tunes is kind of like fascinating because you could just watch the an entire catalog of episodes of it, and then kind of like just know some of them through like osmosis, sort of. You won't have a clear memory of them, but you will, you will know that they happened. You will know some of their plot lines. They're like classic enough that even if you haven't watched them in a long time, you still kind of have primordial memories of them that will be awoken once something jolts your brain properly. The fucking dynamite is annoying. Please, please, fuck off.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, of course I want to continue. Start. Have I played Blue Stinger before? Yeah. The VOD exists on YouTube as well. You have to go back, but that's like the first year of VTubing I played it for the Christmas season. So it's a little bit scuffed. It's low quality too because I didn't locally record it, but yeah, the playthrough does exist. I pretty much like archive, I want to say 95% of my VODs at this point. there's some things that I don't archive for obvious reasons, like when we have like watch parties of like older cartoons and, you know, stuff that's kind of like, you know, you just kind of have to be there to appreciate it. Sometimes I replay a game again that's like short enough that I could kind of like speed run through. You know, I don't want to have like 10 different VODs of me playing Stretch Panic or Guitar Man. So I'm just like, no, that'll get its dedicated episode in the future at some fucking goddamn it. These dynamites are annoying. How did I get past this shit in the past? I think it's just like, don't run ahead, dumbass. Be careful. Patience is a virtue. Ooh! I saw the little crate, but it didn't register in my brain that it was gonna be one of those helmets on it. The Acme breathing, fire breathing knight helmet. Alright, patience is a virtue. Just be patient, Rick. I have to apologize if the mic quality is bad in those old VODs. I've never figured out how to get good mic quality in my entire time streaming. It's always been dog shit. I'm thinking like, should I treat myself to a Shure microphone this year, or is my voice that bad and irredeemable that a Shure microphone isn't even gonna do anything different? Fuck. Not this time, asshole. Fuck! Okay. This is a hard part. This is a fucking hard part. They're throwing all the most annoying enemies at you. This is what separates the boys from the pigs. Let me keep my health, please. Fuck! Unnecessary damage. Some, like, decide to do a nosedive and some just don't care. And then they're lined up perfectly that they're gonna, like, fucking hit you like that. The pigs and the hogs. That would have been a better one, actually. It separates the pigs from the hogs, and I'm a hog. No. Fuck! Okay, at that point, just fucking kill me. It's over. It's over. Just kill me. You have iframes, too. So you can't kill yourself quickly. They have the throwing item that you can get, but it's so fucking rare. You go through the entire game and it's like, wait, no. I don't have a weapon to do anything. They make every, like, power-up so hard to find. It's like, they programmed power-ups and then completely fucking forgot they were there. They have the soda that makes Porky Pig inflate, or at least float, not inflate. And then, like, he floats. But then, like, that's used, like, only once in a segment that you actually need to use it. and the other times that I've seen it are completely optional. And then the throwing thing, I've only gotten that like, what, twice, I think, this playthrough? Fuck. There's like a part where you have to damage boost. You fuck off. Fuck off. Okay, we cleared. I cleared it. Got out of there, out of there. It is the final level though, so it's intended to be hard. Now we're in a boat. Oh god, I forgot about that. Hello, Acro. Some of the old enemies coming back. No monsters! I couldn't swim in these pools. That's a little bit of a tight jump right there. You have to be a little bit precise when you're trying to jump onto those swinging chains as well. Okay, okay, okay. That segment wasn't as bad. This game was enough of a fever dream when I did play it that I don't really remember too much about some of the levels. I just remember the Atlantis level. I remember the first level, of course, because that's like the spooky one. Actually, no, I remember most of the game, but there are parts that are still a blur. Like, mainly the Alps outside of the strange area. Okay, checkpoint reached. Are you sick of Porky Pig's sounds yet? I don't know, I just kind of like tuned them out. What up? And here's the final boss. This is like not even a song, this is just like... just awful noises. Literally like a 3-second loop of robot noises. You just have to stun evil Daffy here. And when the robot comes, at least. Best music! Truly, truly. I want to say this game is a little Yume Nikki-like in nature when it comes to the soundtrack. So like, sometimes things just have to be a short little loop. They don't have to be a whole ass song. Maybe that's insulting to Yume Nikki. Am I gonna get blindsided by this robot? Oh, almost. It's such a strange final boss, because it doesn't really feel like a final boss. Oh, it was all a nightmare. Oh. I gotta get out of here. Eyes in the dark. That's such a classic gag. The end. That's not the true ending. No, that's the ending. I don't think there's anything else. It's just that's how it ends. This game is dedicated to the memory of Charles Lawrence. Rest in peace. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. The alpha and beta versions and prototypes of this game looked very different. Daffy the Count Duck, the Ghost, Spooky Sid, the Sheriff, Yosemite Sam, Sharky, Willie Great White, Jekyll, Tweety, the Yeti, Monster Max. I don't think his name is Monster Max in the cartoons. The Chaos Machine, supplied by Acme Robotics, plus a full supporting cast of Looney Tunes characters. Yeah, maybe they didn't have the rights to like actually drop the names of the random characters that showed up throughout, like that, you know, little references to the cartoons. Join us next week for Tiny Toons Busters Bust Loose. I have like played that game on stream, but I didn't beat it. That is a difficult game, but the Tiny Toon games are all kind of like actually really good. And there's like some that are made by Treasure. There's like a canceled PS2 Tiny Toons game as well, but it did get leaked. And it's pretty much like mostly complete and playable, I think, or maybe it's like fully complete and playable. Thank God it leaked, but I want to check that out eventually on stream, because I never got to play that one. But I used to rent Tiny Toons Bust Loose all the time on the SNES. That's the Tiny Toons game on SNES, right? I know there's like an NES one as well, but that's a very different kind of game. Oh, the Animaniacs game on SNES. Shout out to the poor kid that had to get the Genesis version of the Animaniacs. They get the inferior game. They get the mini-game collection. Meanwhile, the SNES kids get the real video game. Talking about SNES games and like Genesis like makes me sound like the spoiled kid that was like, yeah, I played both versions, and I could say for a fact the Sega Genesis Aladdin game sucks ass compared to the Capcom-produced SNES game. Yeah, but all you do is throw apples in the SNES Aladdin game. You get a sword in the Genesis one. That's a lot more cool. Yeah, and your sprite's huge. Everything looks like shit. The colors look muddy. It plays like ass. It's the inferior game. SNES Aladdin, best SNES game. I will keep that war alive until I die. You sound young, like you wouldn't have had SNES Genesis consoles as a kid. I guess that's thank you for saying I sound young. I'm a man-child, I'm in my 30s.
And that's all, folks.
And that's all, folks. I forget, does this like fade into the start screen, or is it like one of those games that is like, all right, kid, shut the console off now. Otherwise, you're gonna stare into Porky's soul. Okay, here, we're gonna reset the system. You get to see the Sunsoft logo again. I may as well like showcase a little bit of the beginning. Here's Aereo, Acrobat. He was I thought he was like a cool character. It was interesting at the time because they used like CGI to market him, which was kind of unheard of back then because everyone was still like drawing 2D box art. And I think, what was it, Aereo Acrobat 2 or something, or at least there was like some sort of like CGI to promote him. I thought you were like 25 from your voice from the Illbleed VODs and so I guess, yeah, I that's nice to hear that I sound 25. I'm still young. I'm still a young incubus. Let's see. Yeah, this is the winter variant of the first stage. And yeah, completely different from the level that I played. Well, visually at least. You got snowing weather. The color palette has completely changed. Which I want to say, like, making a completely new tile set. Well, it's not a completely new tile set, but it's a palette swap with some minor detail changes, like, you know, snow clumps on things, so... It's an interesting thing. You didn't really see too much in games at the time. Instead of scarecrows in the background, too, you have, like, snowmen. And then Porky died! Let's see. Which was this one? I do have some save states of the different levels. Yeah, this is autumn, I think. This is spring, I think. Yeah, there's like a spring version of it. No screaming sign, I've definitely failed that. Yeah, the color palette for this one is good too, but I prefer this level like when it's a little more dark and gloomier. The bright saturated greens and the very warm orangey trees kind of... You can tell this is like definitely springtime in the level. I didn't have like I don't know how the randomly selected weather patterns and tile sets work. Like, I think it generates it the moment you hit start. And I don't know if that seed persists. Doom awaits. If that seed persists, like, if you say save state right as you select start, and then, like, if it's gonna be something different. I don't know how the logic of it works, but it's funny. The rest in peace Staffy sign. Anyways, which is this one? I think this is... Yeah, this is the Christmas one. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh yeah, this is like a little slope right here. It's a neat little, like, sprite trick to make it look like he's going up the path to his home. But it's just like, they just put a slope right there. The Haunted Woods. A very bold choice. Probably fans of The Nightmare Before Christmas to even put something like this in the game. Yeah, look, Christmas lights. The Scarecrow's a snowman now. It's cute. We got the fog weather pattern, or like the snowstorm. It's such a weird little game. It feels unfinished. It has a surreal soundtrack to it. It's kind of like a fever dream in a way sometimes. You get to Atlantis and you just have that like eerie but nice music, but it's like I think it's a little bit of an unsettling game. It's not gonna make me scream and cower in fear and shit my pants, but I could appreciate it for the oddity that it is. It's just, yeah, it's just strange. It's a strange little game. And then this is, I think, the regular snow. Let's see what weather pattern we got here. If it's just gonna be... Yeah, just snowing. So if you get like the fog, it like dims everything and desaturates the colors. That you could just tell Nightmare Before Christmas fans, because of this little guy right here. Look, pumpkin and snow and Christmas. Yeah, it's a hidden gem. It's so funny though, because like I follow accounts on Twitter that like to retweet video game GIFs and like promotional art and art scan materials from games. And every so often I'll see them like they'll post GIFs of this game or videos. Like that's how I learned earlier. Like I saw one of the accounts like just randomly tweet out, "Oh yeah, here's from a prototype build of this game that got leaked. There were gonna be different cutscenes and story elements that were completely omitted from the final game that were only included in a leaked prototype version or something." So this could have been a more complete game. Here, I have something else to showcase, so let me boot it up for you guys real quick. I'm not gonna play through the whole game again. If I were a better streamer, I might have just done that. This version is a very kind of like unstable. Let's see. Is it hooking it yet? Let me do a little reset to show you guys. Yeah, that's like very, very different. I don't know what version this one is. The audio is so crunchy though, which might be whatever emulator this is using. It's really awful on the ears, so I'm sorry. There's like a lot of crackly noises that are happening. Whoa, you hear that? You notice there's like different sound effects associated with Porky Pig now? Different music. Like I for the life of me, I don't fucking know. I'm using like a Fightcade. You could play SNES games and Genesis games and stuff on like Fightcade. And this is just like the ROM that it fetched for me. And I'm like, what fucking version is this? I think this is the beta version of the music as well. So it's definitely like one of the beta versions. Maybe I'll get up the Spooky Sid. Though Daffy Duck is still in your left ear. He never becomes stereo. He's forever trapped as Mono Duck. Yeah, different damage taking sound. You even have slipping, sliding. See, the game kind of like loses its creepy atmosphere when it just has more sound effects associated with it. Normally it's just like way too quiet, which lends to the eeriness of the original. I don't think this is like a fan hack or something. Like maybe someone tried to make a beta restoration mod that like maybe fixed parts of the game that were incomplete. This part has like different music as well. More like anxiety inducing. Swell Time G Pool, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, let me like give you a shout out real quick. I just finished this game, but I'm checking out like a different version of it, which is I assume a beta version of it, or maybe some that got released. Maybe in a different territory. Welcome everyone. Welcome, Faux Leatherface. Welcome, Gotetsu the Fat Cat. Benemy. That guy from somewhere. Hello again. Welcome everyone. I'm really bad at introductions, but I'm just a weird incubus that lives in the middle of nowhere, and I like to play my little Scrimblow games and my weird games. Thank you for the follow, Benemy. It's spooky month, so I'm in my spooky mode where I like to play Halloween-themed games. Sometimes scary, sometimes not so scary. Today's game, not scary. But unsettling to a certain degree. Not this version, though. Like, this has too much sound effects. It's, like, not quiet enough. You are a delight and your art is badass. Thank you, thank you. I guess that's something I could say about myself is I draw all my own assets. I made my own VTuber model. I rigged my own VTuber model. Oh, okay. So I kind of pride myself on being self-made and putting a lot of effort into what I do. It could kind of get in the way of things sometimes because I'm like a perfectionist about it, though. I wish I streamed more often. There's like, I got so many games I want to play and not enough time. Yeah, thank you very much for the raid once again, G-Pool. You feel that? Yeah. Not enough time in the day. I wish I like knew what version of the game this was. Like I said, this is a ROM that gets auto-fetched through a thing that you kind of set up. And Fightcade gets some really weird versions of games sometimes. I have no idea like what prototype this is. Oh! Ah! Ow. Banged my hand on my table, sorry. Yeah, I like this game. I like this game. I originally came into ownership of it because my brother got it, and he didn't like it. What? Another raid? Maybe I'm gonna have to play more of this. Let me get a shout out to you as well, Doc Irving. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Mechanic Cat. What was everyone playing today? The people demand more Porky? Yeah, I just beat the game, unfortunately. The game how it's like actually was released. Ugh. The controls in this version are a little stiff. I'm sorry for like all the crackling in your guys' ears. Porky, please. It's like I'm pushing down to like try and float him down, but it doesn't actually work in this version. Or maybe it's like a fault of the emulator that Fightcade automatically defaults to. I'm pretty sure I could just admit to using a fucking emulator for this game because honestly, no one gives a shit about it. I don't think it's ever gonna show up on Nintendo's their thing. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Okay, well, damage taken. Just be quick about it. Screw the hearts. I got greedy, that's why I kept taking damage. Come on, get your hearts. Voices of the Void last night? Oh. That's a game I would like to get into. But I don't know if Voices of the Void has an endless mode, because I would really much love the idea of a game that's just like you exist in a comfy state, but creepy things can happen is cool. See, the music for this fight is completely different. And his AI acted very different right there too. He's not attacking the side that I exist on. I guess he could just like choose either or side. Like instead of dun 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 dun, it's like this version of the song's fight is a lot more farty. I like the original better. It's a lot more frantic for, but I guess this is also very fitting for it. It's like a different little victory royale. I don't know why it's so different. Maybe this was like the version that they're like, this isn't creepy at all. Maybe it was like. You can hear the sound chip melting IRL. No. Why did I say IRL? You can just like hear the sound clip just melting. There's like different instrumentals too. I think the trains sound different in this version. The cake grabbing noise is very weird. Almost got me, almost sniped me. Not getting me. Listen, it has like, this sounds a lot more like Western. Listen to those like, that background track. Where was this in the actual version of the game that released? By the way, if the game is too loud, don't be afraid to let me know. I didn't intend to like play this one version for long, but so many people ended up like raiding that I kind of feel a little bit obligated to explore this one a little longer. I was like gonna beat Spooky Sid and then go into the just chatting segment and then end the stream. Let's see, the well that kills you. The audio's good, don't worry. Okay, thank you. That's such a funny little trap that if you don't ride the line down, you're gonna like hit that water and just die. Like, it actually sounds like video game music. I can't remember if that number 10 would open in the original game. The moose head is still There's something like really kind of creepy about horse heads and moose heads that are just disembodied but like walking around. I found the horse heads in Castlevania 4 to be kind of creepy and unsettling, because they would just sit there and then they charge at you. Super Castlevania was when I played that game, it like blew my mind. I knew I struck gold when I rented that one. Okay, here's Yosemite Sam. He's got his enlarging juice. I gotta get me some of that. Just gotta do a short little jump. Like just yeah. You don't gotta do a large jump or anything. You actually have like the pan deflecting sound. Oh, I was like too delayed on that. I was taking time to appreciate the little sound effect that he made. That's like a little creepy fanfare right there. Why does it feel like it's so broken? That feels like it's music that's not intended to play there. Welcome to Atlantis. Oh, we got the dark version of it again. When he entered the loading zone, you could hear his falling sound effect just like keep playing. But yeah, if anyone's ever watching this in the future and knows exactly what this version of the game is, please feel free to leave a comment and tell me. Like, was this something that was released in the PAL region? Is this a version that came out in like Brazil that we never saw in the NTSC or PAL regions, perhaps? I don't know. It's playable. The full game seems like it's here. Uh-oh. One swoop and I'm dead. Okay, good. We're at the bullshit part. I was just kind of like curious what the music would sound like here. I mean, most of the sprite art and all the enemies are the same. The key differences for this version are... it's the audio. Like, it just strangely feels more complete. But I'm not sure it's a complete that I like. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, the whole reason why the game is the way that it is was they accidentally shipped off the wrong, say the game went gold, they had the master copy ready, and the intern accidentally, like, sent in a beta build, and they're like, shit, no, and they couldn't get in contact in time, and then, like, it ended up they printed a bunch of incomplete versions of the game, and it's like, well, we made 1 million copies of this game, we can't undo that. Patches didn't exist, downloads didn't exist, so, whoops, we accidentally released a unfinished version of the game. Sorry, everyone. But it kind of came out better for that, honestly. Because if this game was any better, I don't think anyone actually would have cared about it. Porky Pig selling 1 more billion copies worldwide. Yeah, this track is way better in the original. What the fuck is that noise? The audio glitching out. It's really a weird game. I just like want to learn why it is the way that it is. Why this even happened. Why this version even exists. Why the one that we got. What went wrong during the production that just made it so sloppy. Okay, I've had enough. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. That was Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday and a peek at one of the beta versions of it. Whichever one that may be. Alright. So there's another game for you guys to add to your Halloween repertoire. If you're ever looking for something spooky but cute in a little video game oddity. If you're a retro collector, I don't know, maybe a copy of this game is cheap. I don't know. It's not like one of those games people are probably paying like, I need this in my collection. $200 for Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. No, it's probably still like fucking $5 or $10 on eBay, maybe. Unless like, you get a bunch of YouTubers and VTubers and streamers playing this game. And then I'm at fault for making it cost $500. We were out of the country that weekend. Print more copies of Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. Now, you joke that could be what very well happened. Or maybe there was just like a game-breaking glitch in that version that they're like, shit. No, we have to roll back to an earlier version we have, and we gotta hit the holidays. We can't release this game any later. We can't delay it. When did it come out on a SNES? Was it like an end of SNES lifespan kind of game? It definitely feels like a end of lifespan SNES game. 200 if it's sealed? Jesus. I think that's like a little bit on par with Illbleed. I know Illbleed's probably definitely a little more expensive. Jesus Christ. 8, 10 otherwise though. That's the problem with like SNES games is in Nintendo 64, they just came in cardboard boxes and people threw out the boxes. Unfortunately, me included, because as a kid, we didn't think back then like, oh, this is gonna have any sort of collector's value. That's kind of just how toys worked. You would open the packaging and you would throw the packaging away, and like once you had the toy, that was all you needed. You didn't know you were gonna turn into a fucking 30-plus-year-old man-child in the future and come to regret those choices. All you needed as a kid was the manual and the video game. And whatever cool stuff came inside, like sticker sheets, or mini posters, or promotions. Hello, Spurbus. Just in time. That's a good emote, that little fucked up bird. A good goal for time travel? Yeah, well, you know. If I go back in time, I'm just gonna grab the... No, I'll go back in time and give my past self the sports alamic and then become rich by doing nothing but betting and always winning, you know? The Back to the Future kind of stuff. The rush to get it out for Halloween could have been the reason. Did they want to get it out for... Well, actually, yeah, no. Around this time, I imagine it would be an innocent, like, yeah, this is a Halloween game. We want it out for Halloween, because corporations used to celebrate Halloween. And it is like a very corporate holiday, which is why it's kind of turned into what it is now, where it's a shallow husk of what it once was. You can make a fortune on selling Shaq Fu. Wait, is Shaq Fu actually so infamous? It's like, I don't know how much a copy of that costs, but Shaq Fu is like absolute dog shit, so it probably is actually worth money, just from the how infamous it is. Here, let's head out to the porch. It's always fascinating learning the value of games that you have, or once passed up. I want to go back in time and kick myself in the ass for not buying a copy of Klonoa or The Misadventures of Tron Bonne from my rental store as they were liquidating their PS1 games. I was like, you know, I rented those, I played those, they were great. I'm like, well, they're used, they're gonna be all scratched up, and they're probably not gonna work anymore. I'm not gonna pay $5 for this. They'll still be at Target, they'll still be at Walmart. I could buy those, no problem. And then, like, fast forward years and years, and then Klonoa is like $100 plus, and Tron Bonne pretty much probably also just as expensive. Shaq Fu is 18 on eBay. Okay, so it's just a shitpost then. You could basically go back, buy all the copies of Shaq Fu for like $1 at flea markets, and then resell them for $18 on eBay. The slowest way to get rich. No. Go back in time, give yourself the sport Alamic. That's what you call it, right? And just tell yourself, I know you hate sports, but just bet everything you have on these teams, and you'll be rich. And then once you reach the point where you catch up to where the book is outdated, it's like you got so much money you don't even gotta worry about anything anymore. We're gonna invent time travel eventually. It's gotta be a thing that happens. It has to already exist. That's like one of the creepiest things out there, is you hear stories about people that are like, yeah, no, we had like legitimate time travelers and weird people that spoke a language that we don't know what they were, and they disappeared. Tinfoil hat time, but it is like spooky season to talk about stuff like that. I love hearing creepy stories like that, but they very well could be fabricated. Mysteries that we will never know the answers to. Perhaps the future already invented time travel. Maybe they're interfering with the timeline right now. Or maybe... What do you think about time travel? It starts scrambling your brain, because if things are going bad right now, there's definitely like our timeline's gonna be so fucked up that we're gonna reinvent time travel, and then we're gonna go back and try and fix it, and then we're gonna fuck up that timeline, so us in the past will have to reinvent time travel, and then go fix the fucked up timeline again, undo. It's like that episode of The Simpsons with the Treehouse of Horror where Homer gets sucked into the real world because he turned all CGI and stuff like that, and then is that how that one worked? He like went back in the past with dinosaurs. No, I think it was another one. He goes back in the past. He sits on a butterfly during the prehistoric age. He goes to the future. His family's like all weird. The timeline's been altered, and he keeps going back and killing more and more things and dinosaurs. And then he gets to like, you know, he gets to what looks like everything is normal, but everyone just has lizard tongues and eats with lizard tongues when they sit down to eat their dinner at the table, the kitchen table. And he's just like, fuck it, fine enough. Man, classic Simpsons Treehouse of Terror is it Treehouse of Horror or Treehouse of Terror? The classics, like the first few of those were just really fucking good. Mess with the timelines for fun, yeah. Go back in time, break my own leg, just to see what would happen. In one future, it rains donuts. What was the gimmick of like why he didn't like the future where it rained donuts? I know it was like something stupid and inconvenient that even something as blessed as raining donuts caused him to panic and go back. You know, I have approximate knowledge. I remember these things, but I don't remember them completely. You don't remember either? Damn. I know it's like some funny gag. It's like, Why the fuck would I wanna? This is the perfect timeline, and then like something really like inconvenient enough to cause you to be autistic about. And go, nope, I gotta fix this. I'm sorry, raining donuts. I think Marge said, "What's a donut?" or so. Oh, yeah. It rained donuts, but no one knew what a donut was. Now is enough to send Homer into like a fit that he was like, "Oh, this is a horrible nightmare world." Or wait, was that like maybe just a timeline without donuts? I can't remember. Fucking better times for Halloween. Better times for Halloween. Anyways, let me see who's online that I could send you guys over to. A lot of people on right now. Not seeing like a whole lot of games that I necessarily want to raid into. Okay, I see something. I see something spooky. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. People are not in spooky vibe yet. Yeah, I always get spooky a little early on in October. It's a month-long celebration for me, but some people wait till the last 13 days of the month to activate Halloween mode. Nah. Come October 1st, all the pumpkins are out, all the decorations are up, and then it's a progress to add more usually. Thank you for the fun night. Glad you enjoyed Porky Pig. Glad I got to share a odd little title that I played in the past with you guys. Sorry it's like a short stream, but I don't stream for too long when I do stream. I like to beat video games in a single sitting and kind of explore them enough to kind of give you guys an idea of what they have to offer in terms of alternate playthroughs, Easter eggs, or whatever when I can. I like to showcase video games. Thank you for the raids tonight, Doc Irving, Swell Time G-Pool. Thank you. Thank you for considering me for the raids and all that. I need to watch the VOD. I remember renting this game. Never finished, but it was a lot of fun. I'll have it up on YouTube and I'll have it timestamped, so check it out there, Mechanic Cat. It'll be in better quality there. Yeah, I guess if you like watching streams of Scrimblow games or whatever, I do have a YouTube, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, like it's down in my description. If you're watching this on YouTube, pay no mind to this part. I need to get better at shilling myself and advertising that I have a YouTube channel. I don't know. Go follow if you care. Go follow if you care. I'll appreciate it if you do. I appreciate you being here, watching on live on Twitch. Thanks for showing up. And next time, what game will I have for you guys? I don't know. It might be something a little bit spooky. It might even be a kusoge. We will see. We will see. I have an idea of what I potentially want to play next, so I'll see you guys next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. If you're watching the VODs on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're I already forgot my outro. Thanks for everything, everyone. Thanks for everything. Thanks. See you guys next time. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Farewell. Good night. Oyasumi. That's all, folks. Man, I suck at doing that.